and I know it's a holiday weekend. So I want to thank you guys just for showing up and spending some time with us. And so just want to find out, who you are and what brought you here today, and what type of wellness you're in. And then today you're going to hear a presentation. And then if you have any questions, we can go over that after that. So I want to get you in and out within the hour, like I promised, because I'm really a person who likes to honor people's time, because I know that's very valuable. So if you want to, Jennifer, just kind of share a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I'm Jennifer Fairchild. I live in the Los Angeles area. I'm a CEO of Fairchild International Studios, LLC. I've been a CEO since 1994. And I just started the LLC less than 3 years ago. So March will be 3 years. And I am a research and development producer since 1991. And health is a #1 category for me. I'm 62 and I want to live to 110.
Hey, I'll go for 111, girl.
Wonderful. And I really feel that it's important to keep my cholesterol low, because the reason why I went vegetarian 3 years ago is my cholesterol was over 200.
Okay.
And it's really, really important to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And so, I do my best to get exercise every day. Unfortunately, I am taking care of a homebound person who's age 71 and they can't drive, they can't cook, nothing. So I've been living with them for December 13th will be 2 years. And my mother, unfortunately, died of a heart attack at age 85. And she should have lived longer, but she never had heart problems. But she passed away in 2016.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Nina.
So you're here more for your own understanding and knowledge on ways to be able to help your own physical well-being, correct?
Correct. And
Okay.
maybe pass it on to other people. But I really appreciate that you're so transparent and you're so proactive.
Yes, it was a self journey myself. So you'll hear a little bit about my story. So thank you for sharing, Jennifer. That was, I really appreciate your openness as well. So glad you're here, and you will definitely learn some stuff today. Jason, I understand that you're in is it pain relief and weight for you as well? Is that your own personal journey, or is that something that you teach people to do?
I'm a year into my weight training journey.
Okay.
And I'm looking for people who want to meet at the gym or come over for a supplementary intro to, personal training after what they've received as a post-pandemic health coaching out of joint and muscle pain for gym owners, trainers, and amateur athletes through Thai massage. That's my goal.
Got it. Okay. Awesome. And where are you located, Jason?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, okay. You're in New Mexico. Yeah. Nice. Great. Well, I'm glad you're here. You'll learn some things
Thanks
today.
For having me.
Absolutely. Again, I know it's a holiday. It was a kind of a gamble if I was even going to do it today, but I'm like, oh, what the heck? I forgot when I set the time. I'm like, oh, shoot, it's the middle of a U.S. holiday. I should have realized that, but that's okay. Tristan, do you want to go ahead and share a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, I'm just so grateful to be here. Nina, you have been a true inspiration with the health and wellness industry, as well as bringing people together from not only a health standpoint and being proactive, but as well, just genuinely a true inspiration for so many people on a personal level, as well as a business journey that they want to really venture into. I'm a huge fan of yours, a huge supporter. And,
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And I love the modality of training and how it's really making such an impact on so many people's lives.
Thank you, Tristan. Where are you from?
Kingston, Ontario.
Ontario, awesome. So we're in California, and New Mexico and Ontario. So that's awesome. Well, thank you guys again for sharing some of your time with me today. I do appreciate it. I do believe you're going to get some great insight into this. This is a modality that I've been doing since 2006. What I'm going to do is just share a presentation of me navigating it, and you're going to see some testimonials from real life people, see a little bit about how this process works, and then if you want to continue asking questions, we'll do a Q&A afterwards. This is about 11-minute presentation. And then if you have questions, we can go for there. If you want more information on Xtract itself, let me know. We'll go ahead and set another time to do that. So hopefully you enjoy this. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. Okay, make sure that you can hear this. You should be able to. I think we figured it out now, just in a. Okay,
Yeah.
welcome to Majestic Wellness. Can you guys hear this? Can you hear that? Okay.
Yeah.
Introduction to Xtract. I am the founder and CEO of Majestic Wellness Academy and the creator and developer of Xtract. So a little bit about myself. I went through a chronic illness myself, was misdiagnosed for 2 years, bedridden for 6, and finally found out through a naturopath that I had something called systemic candida, which I'm completely healed of now. I went through every traditional medical person I could go through, every test, every lab, and everybody told me the same thing. There's nothing wrong with you. It's in your head. You're overworked. You're stressed out. Here's some Prozac and set me on my way. Because of my own survival, I became my own health advocate, and I was introduced to the lymphatic system, trying to find different ways and solutions to overcome the symptoms that I had because of the candida. And that's really how the entire process of Xtract was birthed, and also how my book Unveiled Truth was created. So let me explain to you what Xtract is. It's actually an out-of-the-box, hands-on lymphatic technique, and it's an acronym. X is cancel, T is toxic, R is release, A is accelerated, C is cellular, and T is transformation. It actually transforms the soul and the body on a cellular level to where it actually retrains the lymphatic system so it can actually do what it needs to do, which is drain on its own. And what I've done is I've created a process that directs the fluid into your bladder instead of the colon, so there's a instant elimination and detoxification. And if anybody knows about detox, how toxins of fat work, toxins are attracted to fat, so people lose inches right away. It helps with your skin. It helps with digestive orders. It helps with obviously swelling in the ankles and edema.
Okay, I'll throw
It
it
helps
away.
with any kind of sinus issues, chronic fatigue, any headaches, cellulite. These are some of the areas that we've not only to help people, but also if you're experiencing. Can you guys mute, please? Appreciate it. Thank you. Experiencing some of these areas, that means your lymphatic system is blocked. We actually call this an oil change for your body. And the reason I said that is because when I asked people, what is a lymphatic system? People were clueless. They knew it had to do with lymph nodes, especially if they had any kind of issues before with that, but they really didn't fully understand the fullness of what that system really is. And it really is your garbage disposal. But I say, it's like a car. If you don't get an oil change in your car gets mucky and it cannot perform well. Same thing with our bodies. If we don't get an oil change in our physical bodies, our bodies cannot perform the way they need to and live in optimal health. And I believe that the lymphatic system is a missing link. Now, there's a lot of different lymphatic techniques out there. And as we go through, I'll tell you why mine's different. But I will tell you that this process is so profound that people get results after the very first session. The process starts immediately when one session takes place. So this does transform your body on a cellular level. And what I mean by cellular is there's a memory to it. So let's say we do work on somebody, and after a couple of weeks later, I'll pick up where I left off, and the body just knows what to do. It responds accordingly. Also, there is an intent. So the facilitator who's actually facilitating the Xtract and the receiver, there's a communication between the two. And whatever the receiver wants, whether it's a physical or an emotional release, the body goes to is called quantum feedback, or goes to the weakest link. So this is an amazing, profound process. People get results right away, and it will explode anybody's business overnight, because it didn't mine. And this was given to me in 2006. It was a God-given gift. I didn't go to school to learn it. And I had a weight loss and wellness center, and about 6 weeks into my company, a woman came in. I did this all-inclusive wellness. So I had all these different modalities, and I had done a wrap on her. I took the wrap off. I saw she had edema. I understood the lymphatic system because of some of the issues that I'd gone through. And I said, let me try something, and start working on her. After about a half hour, she gets up off the table. And the next day she calls me and asks me what I did. I had no idea. She said, whatever you did, the swelling is completely gone. She goes, I have a twin sister who can do the same thing. And I said, sure, bring her on. I did the same thing. She lost the fluid, and they both had this issue for 14 years. And after one session, the fluid was gone. So I knew I had something pretty dynamic here, but I didn't know the extent of it until more people came and it started to go into the weakest link. So if people were in canes and walkers, they were getting off of canes and walkers. If they had migraine headaches, the migraine headaches were going away. If they had sinus issues, the sinus issues were going away. I've seen people's eyesight get better. I've seen their hearing come back. I've seen taste come back. I've seen amazing, miraculous things. And it's because we are literally giving the body an opportunity to heal itself the way that God designed it. So like I said, it's quantum feedback. You know what biofeedback is? So quantum feedback is absolutely whatever the body needs at that time. So it's different for each person, and it's different every time they get it, because obviously the body changes, and whatever's going on a soul level, the body's manifesting, right? We know we have a mind, will, and emotions in our soul, and there's a direct communication between the soul and the body. Whatever's going on in the soul, the body's manifesting. So what we're doing is we're bridging both the soul and the body to align so that they both heal at the same time. So that's why it releases emotional and physical traumas. That's why it actually releases history from residual illness and traumas, because let's say someone had the chickenpox. Well, that virus is still dormant in the body. That's why people get shingles, because the body gets taxed, their immune system, gets compromised, and boom. Well, we've actually seen certain things come back up from years ago, but at a lesser strength, and then they don't get it anymore. So it literally erases the history and it creates a new memory. We are retraining the lymphatic system, and we're actually redirecting the flow of fluid and other waste products into the bladder. And I believe this is the foundation to all of our modalities. So when you start to do an extract first, everything else just kind of follows, and it actually magnifies the results of those other modalities. So it is a great complementary to other modalities that people are using, that you may have in your practices, or that you might be using for your clients. So just a little example of the difference between extract and traditional methods is obviously extract is a proprietary process. It was a God-given gift to me. Like I said, I never went to school to learn it, and I'm blowing people away with this process. People who've taken hours upon hours of massage and different types of body work are blown away by this process, because it goes from valve to valve. We redirect the fluid to the bladder. It eliminates completely. It transforms the body, and it's rapid. That's where the word accelerated came from. It accelerates the results. Here you'll see just some of the little bit of the way the technique is. It's a very hands-on process. We're actually moving fluid, we're pumping the fluid out, and we're directing it into the bladder. Some of the benefits of extract are it actually aligns the spirit, soul, and body, like we talked about that. So the spirit is helps you to release any kind of spiritual bondage. The body creates alignment and unifies communication between the spirit, soul, and body. And then the soul exchanges lives for truth and defines the root causes. So we go to the root, we don't go to the symptoms, and we are learning how to help to actually reverse traumas in the soul so that the body can manifest more of a healing. And there's a better communication that takes place between the two. And we are actually accredited. We do have a certification board that represents us, and we do offer CEs. If anybody's interested to learn this process, just go ahead and let's set up a time to talk and see if this is a good fit for you. We are looking for people who want to learn the process, who want to look for a business in the box plug and play into their existing wellness centers, and who want to help really get this to the nations. So thank you so much for your time.
Hi, I'm Dana Christensen.
Okay. And Dana, what did you notice today?
I
Are you a
had-
student?
I'm a student of Xtract,
Okay.
and we are just learning today. And I had only the bottom part of my body done, just the legs.
Mm-hmm.
And the students did my treatment. not
Okay.
treatment, but
Session.
Session.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost 6 3/4 inches off of my legs in 3 measurements. And
How long did that take?
30 minutes.
Okay.
And now I'm able to flex. I have a lot more flexibility in my legs. Like I couldn't reach my feet, much less grab the whole bottom of my foot
Great.
before. So yay!
Yay. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Travis Loriano, and I've had about 5 Xtract treatments now. And I would say in general, after each one, I notice I just feel lighter. I feel, I've always had some knee issue in the past. I feel more confident on my knees. And when I walk, I just feel stronger and more stable, which is odd, it's funny. And in my workouts, which has been really noticeable, my metabolism has just jumped very noticeably, and I just feel stronger. I can put more into the workouts. I'm into the zone quicker. I feel like there's access to strength better, which again is so odd, but I wouldn't have guessed. But also when I ride the bike or do legs, my legs feel so much more confident and strong, which is amazing because my knees just feel better. So that's some of the real basic stuff that's just actually pretty profound for me. And the more to come. So thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Julie Kirschman, and today I was a demo for Xtract, and I had my legs done, and prior to coming in I had pain in my knees pretty much anytime I had to stand up or bend down. And after maybe 20 minutes and working on my legs, I got off the table and I have absolutely no pain. I can do squats. It's amazing.
And who did your session?
And Joseph did my session.
And
he's
Joseph?
a brand new student and just finished the 3-day course
Today?
Today.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
So unfortunately, Angela just missed the entire thing. Hi, Angela. Sorry, I just did a presentation for about 11 minutes. Hi, and welcome. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of what Xtract truly was. You've heard some of the testimonials. I mean, that is like a smidgen of what people experienced with Xtract. And so I just want to recap everything you've just seen so that Angela can kind of get the gist of it. And Angela, I am recording this so you can actually have the entire presentation yourself and see some of the testimonials. But so Xtract, like I said, I started doing Xtract in 2006. I have never gone to school to learn this process. I was working on a lady in my center after about 6 weeks being in business when I opened up my weight loss and wellness center in Palm Desert, California in 2006. And it was like this all-inclusive program. I did the foot detox, I had alpha massagers, I did wraps, we did nutrition, we did fitness, we did toning tables, we had all these different modalities. And we were getting people to an amazing result just for those pieces alone. But then when we brought Xtract in, this hands-on healing modality for the lymphatic system that's so outside the normal traditional lymphatic work, is when my business exploded. When I say exploded, and I'm talking to people here who not only want to take their clients to another level or their own health and well-being to another level, but if you want to do this as a business, I guarantee your business will explode to the point where it's almost overnight, because when people see the results after one session, they want more, and then word of mouth hits and your business will explode. And I have never seen such profound results after one session at anything in my life. And so when people experience this, not only are they getting that release on an emotional level and a physical level, but something changes in them. It's like they're being completely transformed into a different person. I've seen people look 10 years younger after one session of this, because we've gotten rid of the trauma, because of the connection between the soul and the body and how one relates to the other. And we actually changed the communication between the soul and the body. Because remember, if there's something going on the soul level that's trauma related, the body is now manifesting that. So when you change the communication on that level, the body starts to change and you start to feel healing on all levels. And we've seen that very, very quickly, very, very quick with the Xtract. And that means I've seen it on the table. I've seen people laugh, cry, scream, puke, whatever has to take place, because they're releasing, detoxing on the table. And it's an amazing process. So let's go back into really what Xtract is. Xtract is a hands-on, outside the box, hands-on lymphatic technique we call an oil change for the body. We are taking this to a whole nother level. We've been doing this now for the last 14 years. I will be honest with you, after COVID, the business went to a standstill. Nobody wanted to touch anybody. And so we've taken about a 2-year break until people were a little bit more ready to be embraced again with body work. And so I'm relaunching it today. And I have a demand for this process. I don't have enough facilitators anymore for this process. I'm getting phone calls daily. And because a lot of people don't want to touch anymore. They're fearful, or their families don't want them to have people in their body, in their homes anymore. Because I had a lot of people who were in the oil business, like essential oils, especially like Young Living. I used to be a keynote speaker for them. So like a lot of my instructors and facilitators were Young Living essential oils. So a lot of them did it from home, but their families aren't comfortable having people in their house anymore. So my business is being revamped like a lot of people's, and I'm pivoting. And what I'm doing is I'm taking everything I've ever done. I have 3 different levels of Xtract. I have a basic, an advanced level, and then an emotional release level with it. So every area that we touch physically, there's an emotion that's tied to it. And there's an age to that emotion, when it started, the root area of it, and how to release it. And people feel it immediately. And so there's 3 levels of Xtract. And then I put together an entire training program and marketing plan to help people be able to share this with other people, share it with their clients, and then increase their bottom line. So if somebody brings this into their existing practice, they will bring an additional 6 figures in without even trying, because of this process. It truly has launched my business to a whole nother level, to where I franchised it. And so I'm here to share because I'm looking for people. I have a demand for a process, and I need people to learn this process so they can take it into their businesses and help people get to that next level in their health and healing, as well as they want to increase their income, their bottom line. And so that's really why I'm here, because I want to take this on a greater level. I want to expand this to different nations. Right now we're in the US and Canada. I want to take this outside of that. And it's the time. It's the time. People need this healing modality. They need it. And I've also found that when you pull Xtract into any other clinic with other modalities, it takes that modality to a whole nother level, because what you're doing is you're clearing that pathway so that the body can respond better and receive better. Think about that. If you clear away all the junk and the garbage, and then you put in something new, your body's receiving better. Nutritionally, colon therapy gets better. I mean, there's so many more areas that the body can respond better with other modalities when you clean the pathway of the lymph system. And we're going so deep that when I say we're outside the box, we're going deep. We're really pushing this fluid. We're pumping the fluid, bringing it into the bladder, so the body eliminates it immediately. People urinate constantly. I've had people who've been constipated for years. They do one session, they're going to the bathroom. We're just recorrecting the system so that the body can do what it was meant to do. And
it's like a diuretic.
It's a natural diuretic in a sense, yeah, because it's what it's doing is it's sending correction to the body so it does what it's supposed to do. When our bodies get toxic, they get blocked. They can't do what they need to do. And remember, your lymphatic system is like oil change, right? So it's like we're doing an oil change for your body. So what happens in a car, if you don't do an oil change, it gets mucky and the body and the car can't perform. Well, that's the same thing with our bodies. If
that's
we
a good analogy.
My husband owned a body shop, so that's why it came up like that. I'm like, yeah,
my husband works in one, so yeah.
yeah, exactly. So everyone can relate to what that looks like. So it's not like, deer in the headlights. People get that.
Right.
And so, we have testimonies, we have case studies. We've been working with Massachusetts General in their hospital with patients. We have people who've had amazing results with Lyme's disease. First stage 1 and 2, especially where we can actually get them symptom free. We can get them pretty good at stages 3 and 4, but it's a very aggressive disease, Lyme. So it tries to come back, but we can get them some release there. We've helped children with autism to the point where they want touch again, and they are engaging, and they can actually have conversations with when they look at them. So we have some people who work specifically with autistic children that are bringing this into their practices. It really is a versatile modality. So people can take it in and apply it to their own family if they want. They can take it in into their businesses and help increase their detoxification methods and methodology. We have chiropractors that take it in and part of their detox program. So there's a lot of different ways you can use Xtract and helping. And here's the really cool thing, because it goes on the intent between the facilitator and the receiver. Every time you get an Xtract, it's completely different. It's customized because it's whatever that person needs at the time. Even though the steps are the same, it's customized every single time. So sometimes someone can come in and say, I want something that's physical. It goes to the physical. They say, I want to go emotional. It goes emotional. It really is the intent, because that's the quantum feedback, right? And then there's a communication of flow as well. So what I tell people is, when I teach them, is close your eyes and just listen to the body, because when you first learn something, it's head, but when you align with the client, it's all heart. And then you just kind of follow what they need at the time. So it really does just kind of go to that level of wherever they need to go. So there's this really amazing connection between you and the client. And I think that's really missing in a lot of our healthcare system, well, traditional, of course, but even on an alternative level, holistic level, if we can really connect with the client and align where they need to go, they're going to get better results. And then, of course, your business is going to go to another level, because they're going to tell everybody about you. And that's exactly what happened to me. Word of mouth hit from 2 people and exploded. And I live in Palm Springs, California, and we're in a valley where you do something good, people talk about it. You do something bad, people talk about it. Well, I did something good and everybody swarmed to me. I had people coming from all over the place for this modality. And so we do have some graduates around the world right now. We do have some instructors around the world. Everything I will tell you is online, so you can learn it from your home. If you want to go to an in-person class, I do have them quarterly, and I can let you know about that, but everything is online. It's I could do Zooms with people. I can see kind of where people's hand placement is to determine if they're in the right spot. I know this process well, like the back of my hand, because I lived it, I breathed it, I've helped thousands upon thousands of people. I've helped so many other people get results. We've helped people. I mean, literally, I've seen people whose taste buds coming back. I mean, think about COVID. People have lost their taste. Could you imagine giving people back their taste buds? Right. And I saw that before COVID hit. So thinking about how we can really take this modality and help so many people, it's just mind blowing. And so we are literally, and here's the other thing. If you want to take our like plug and play system, we have every video, every marketing piece, all the training you need to really take this and be successful. So it's completely plug and play. It's done for you, done with you. Put it in your program. We do the coaching. We help you really monetize and help you go where you need to go and scale your business so that you are super successful. But yeah, so if anybody has any questions, I'm just going to kind of open that up for anybody that has questions. And if you want to like explore this further, just let me know, and we can get back in touch, and I can see if there's somebody in your area so you can experience it. I even have a do-it-yourself extract. So once COVID hit, I knew people needed the modality, but no one was going to be able to touch them. So I created a do-it-yourself so people could actually do it on themselves. And then I also teach people about how to help people, align with different pieces, like like a rebounder, like exercises do on the rebounder, and the dry brushing, how to dry brush with an extract, so that people are getting all those other tools as well with it. So, but anyway, if you have any questions, let me know.
Alrighty.
So, yeah, does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, actually, it's more of it is a question actually, and then a comment to follow up with it. In terms of the business structure and how to really get started and launch a business from an existing business, what would that look like, and how would we get started with that?
So I guess the first thing would be is just really have a full understanding of what it is that they're currently doing, the business is currently doing. So having more of an assessment, understanding, and then being able to see how we can bring Xtract in as part of a fit to an addition to what they're currently doing. And a lot of ways that I do that is I'll actually do a demo for their patients and their clients and let them experience it. I'll either do it online, or if they're in person, I go in person, depending on what they're comfortable with. And then we get the interest level. So we people are like, wow, this is amazing. I'll do the way I always did it. And I would do this on stages, especially with Young Living, is I would take my table and I would do one leg on a client. I just say, hey, somebody come from the audience, they're coming in. I do one leg and I'm like, okay, everybody come around and see what I'm doing. And then I say, okay, do me a favor, lift one leg and then lift the other. And there was such a difference. The leg that I worked on was lighter and more flexible versus the other leg. It felt like a weight was on it. They couldn't even lift it up. They're like, I'm not even exaggerating. I cannot lift this leg up. The leg you did is like nice and light and airy, but this leg is full of like, it's like lead. And when they experience that, are you kidding me? The matter is, okay, how often do you want an extract and when can you come? They never question it because they've experienced it firsthand. And remember, they're getting results after the very first session. And every single one of my clients loses inches. Now, people have put weight on for COVID. Could you imagine? I think this is going to be the most amazing thing for gyms. I've been trying to get this into gyms for a long time and people just don't get it. I'm like, listen, I'm telling you, I can get your clients to lose inches immediately. Give them an hour and they're going to love you. So it's like teaching the gyms to even expand their understanding of what we can do, within a gym. I mean, put a kiosk in there, do some demos there. There's so many ways we can do this. So we would explore, what does that look like for that company, that business? How do we get out there and really get this to that next level? So I partner with the client, so to speak, and say, okay, let's look at what you're doing. Let's look at some of the gaps that you may have, and let's determine what that looks like. And then we figure out how Xtract fits so that we can take them to that next level. And then we look at, how do we monetize, and what collateral do they need, and what kind of training do they need, and what the coaching and mentoring they need, and then kind of go from there. But it's literally a all-inclusive plug and play program. So, and I even guarantee results because I can, because it works that good. And so does that answer your question?
It does. It does. I'm curious, the types of, the Xtract trainers that you have working the modality in their own businesses, what types of businesses are they that we could, kind of see how this is going to fit within? You were talking about the gyms, but what other types of businesses would this be?
Other wellness centers. So other wellness centers, naturopaths, chiropractors, some nurses that do other practice, like they do some side stuff on the side because their client in the hospitals, they take them out and then they start working on them personally. Therapists, physical therapists. I mean, it ranges, and a lot are personal. Where, like I said, they were oilers. So they are into health and wellness. They wanted to add this into their modality because, by the way, I bring oils into this and I could take those oils to a whole nother level. So now I'm helping them increase their oil sales. I'm helping them with their clients in oil. So there's again, it's an assessment. Where are we? What are we looking at? And how do we monetize? And so my background is monetization. I take companies and scale them to 7 figures. I do that through intellectual property. I do that through my Xtract, so I can actually see where they are, determine what that looks like, and then scale them and get them to that level.
This is just such an incredible compliment to any business that is in that space. It's amazing.
Yeah, it truly is. It's an exciting because I get to bring it back. It's been sitting dormant for a couple of years because of COVID. So I pivoted like everybody else. And I went into the coaching space and started teaching people how to create their own intellectual property and scale them to 7 figures. And now I'm going back to Xtract because people seem like they're a little bit more comfortable again. The need is coming back. The demand is coming back. And I'm like, well, I'm going to bring this into companies and help them scale and monetize because that's what I've been doing. And I know how to do it really, really well. I think every single healer should be a millionaire because we are valuable and we are changing lives and we are so underestimated and we're so underpaid. And I want to change that.
Yeah,
that's my goal.
And you're well on track for that. Absolutely. I'm looking at this from, not only the business side, but also, the human emotional side of what we've all been dealing with during COVID. There's been so much fear, so much propaganda and media and everything that is perpetuating people's fear cycle. And when, you were talking about the connectivity to the soul and the body, how that's being aligned now, and how there's, so much trauma being dramatically impacting people globally.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
that in itself, I could see that being just a huge surge of, without even knowing that, okay, I've got this wrong with me, or this wrong with me, or I need to have this looked at. Any practitioner that takes on this modality and starts applying this to anyone, or marketing this to any one of their client base, this is going to bring in an entirely new fraction of business, just based on the way people have been feeling with isolation, with fear mindset, everything that's been going on with COVID.
Yeah.
I love
yeah.
what you're doing.
Thank you. And I believe that healers are history makers. We're world changers. And, especially on a holistic level, because we work the entire body, the spirit, soul, and body. We work the entire whole body because we're whole. We're not just one part, right? And so Xtract, to me, and I've seen this, it bridges. So there's alignment. And when you have alignment, you have health and wholeness. The reason we have a disease is because there's an imbalance. There's the dis-ease. We're creating unification in the spirit, soul, and body, so the body and soul can actually heal together at the same time. When you have unification, you have health and wholeness. And that's what it's about. And even the mindset changes. I mean, you start to see things change in a perspective from your mindset. I've seen people's incomes get better because something that broke off of them that was a trauma that they had, not only worked on them physical, but then something emotional stopped, broke off in them, and now they're making more money than they ever had because there was a connection. It's all connected. Do you think finances have anything to do with currency? No, it has to do with your mindset and traumas that you've experienced that have caused patterns, right? So we go into all that stuff. I mean, I wrote a book on how to hire your money, that you train your money to work for you, you don't work for it. So that, I mean, it's a whole program. It's a whole rounded, whole person program for the whole business, basically. And that's what we're doing. So if you guys are interested, let me know. If you know anybody who's interested, let me know. Because we have a movement. We want to bring oil changes to the body around the nation, and we want to take this global. So
this is definitely something that we all want to, to be perfectly honest, I am so incredibly excited just to share this on a massive, massive level, because even if it's, something that I can't do myself within my own business, we all know somebody who has, the capabilities or the desire to want to bring this into, as an entire business model or their existing business. It's amazing.
And the bottom line is, why do you even do what you do? To make a difference, to make an impact. I mean, why, if you're not going to do that, then do something else. If you're going to be in the healing industry and you want to make a difference, you want to make an impact. Well, this is one of the best ways I know how to make an impact. It's not the only way, but it's one of the best ways I've seen. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like, why don't we do that? Why don't we put ourselves out there to the point where we are making that impact, because we know that we're bringing the best of the best of the best to help people get where they need to go. You're changing lives, and that's what it's about. And we can't do it by ourselves. We need other people to do it. We're not supposed to do it by ourselves, right? So that's why I'm here. I'm going to be doing these weekly, I think, because I really just want to hit this out there. And there are a lot of people that just said, I'm sorry, I couldn't make it. Do you have a replay? It's a holiday. I get it. I figured, you know what? I don't care. I'm just going to launch it and put it out there, and whoever comes, comes. But I'll do this weekly. So if you know any friends or anybody in the industry, invite them to our weekly roundtable event. It's going to be the presentation. It's going to be Q&A. It's going to be me talking and just kind of engaging with you guys, and just let's see what we can do together. Really make this a household name, so that we can take this out to the nations and really make a difference, change the perspective of where people are in their health and well-being, and then also let's change the perspective of business. And let's get some success out there, so that we as healers are making the money that we deserve, because we deserve to make a lot of money. We're helping a lot of people. And if you don't have your health, you have nothing.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
And fitness is a huge one. So I'm telling you, toxins and fat attract. So when you pull those things together, the toxins attract to the fat just flushes out. That's why people are getting such great results. They're losing inches. I mean, you heard that girl, 3 sizes. She went down 3 sizes, and it's not water, it's fat. Matter of fact, I had a woman who was in her 60s. She came to me when I had my wellness center, She came to me and she said, I need to lose some weight. We started doing extracts on her with all the other things that we were doing, but mainly extracts. She couldn't put weight back on. We opened up her system and everything just started flowing through.
That's truly miraculous. I mean,
Yeah.
those are massive life-changing transformations that people are praying for, spending thousands upon thousands of dollars for, with
Yeah.
even one treatment.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing surgeries to be able to accomplish those types of results, not just from a physical level, but this clears people out from an entire cellular level.
Yeah.
So, I mean, save yourself the pain of recovery and
Yeah.
one treatment. I mean,
Yeah,
it
it's
makes
amazing.
so much
Oh,
sense.
and it's probably one of the better ways for Botox too, I've noticed, because I live in Palm Springs, California. And so we do a lot of like sinus release and stuff like that. And people actually, they look younger because of course we're getting rid of all the inflammation, right? Think about that too. So, I mean, honestly, I know this sounds too good to be true, but I have got the results. I've got the testimonials. We've done case studies. I mean, it's proven. This is not just Nina saying it. This is actual proven stuff. So, you know, I'm, like I said, I'm just putting it out there. If you know anybody, share. This is going to go to the replay for those that signed up for this. And I'm just speaking to everybody. We want to get this out there. Let's make a difference. Let's make the change that needs to happen, especially with this generation that's coming up right now. You know, there's a lot of sick people, and
No
it's time for
doubt.
us to really come out and help people. So yeah, that's it. If anybody has any questions, otherwise we can call it a day, and just know that I appreciate your time and just spending the time away from your family. I appreciate that. And if anybody wants more information, just send me an email at xtractyou@gmail.com. So it's xtractyyou@gmail.com. And we can go from there, or just reach out to me on LinkedIn, how you found me in the first place.
Terrific.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nina.
Thank
And you
you.
have yourself a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend.
Thank you. You guys too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.